friend. Hey, my friend.
You know what's going on?
What's that?
This heat. Hey.
Hey.
It is hot.
But I've been. That's why one of the reasons why I'm like, yo, I tell the people what temperature it is, because if the sun is not fully up,
and that's the temperature,
and it's already trending towards 30 degrees Celsius, that means by midday it's gonna be like 33. And you know, like when you give the weather, you know, it's 33 degrees Celsius, but it feels more like 35 given the atmospheric conditions.
And then even yesterday with a bit of a sprinkle in my area. I don't know if you got a bit of a drizzle or some rain in yours, but it just feels like the place steam up instead of cool down. Like honestly, it's like the heat just rise off of the
humidity,
earth
it just,
and say,
it just
so we
heavy
are
down.
steam, we are steam.
Heavy.
Yeah, man.
It's heavy, yeah, man.
No,
but you know,
we give thanks for cold studios.
you know, this is the time of the studio usually. Back in December, we're like, the studio is too cold.
Right?
No, I'll stay in the studio.
Honestly.
You know? I saw a friend of mine. She was in, I think it was Halfway Tree. And she took a video and posted on her story. She said, currently I'm in one of the ATM booths, and she shows the ATM is not working, and she said, I'm just in here for the AC.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, I'm like,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Or it's like when you reach home, you just stay in your driveway a little bit longer.
Yeah, man.
Because you just make the AC in the car run a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So you just take off some of the times you can burn the AC in the house because you balance out the gas versus the light bill.
Yeah.
Ooh-cha.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Let's jump into the headlines, shall we? So concerns mount over chemically ripened fruits. So there's growing unease among various stakeholders regarding the continued use of calcium carbide, colloquially referred to as carbide, to hasten the ripening process of fruits. Dr. Marva Hewitt, Chief Executive Officer of the Food Hygiene Bureau of Jamaica, has voiced concern over these reports, suggesting potential risks associated with increased usage.
Nice.
So where are the mounting concerns? Who are the various stakeholders? I heard one stakeholder.
The point of the matter, Dennis, is that this chemical that is so commonly used and it's such a part of our growing process, it has been linked to many dangers in the human body. And so there is concern raised about our usage of it and our continued usage of it.
There's concern raised, as my grandmother used to raise concern, like when you buy a plant and you cut it, and my granny used to say, it's full of carbide. Like, yeah, the concern.
Well, look here.
Just because it's been done for so long doesn't mean that somebody shouldn't be.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that.
Let me tell you why I am concerned.
Yes.
Because I am of the school of thought that when I go to certain foreign countries, me fret about them food because me think everything over there force ripe. Whereas when I'm in my home country, I don't fret on the produce because my produce is supposed to be, in my mind, organic. We have that unlocked. So that is a bit concerning because they're not. So I am concerned because I don't think everyone was aware that we use things to force ripe produce.
No, man.
So that is of concern. I was aware.
I don't think everyone is aware because I also was not aware. I thought that we had mostly organic things in Jamaica.
Likewise.
However, you know, a lot of the farmers report that sometimes they just, based on need and demand, they can't wait the 6 to 9 months needed for something to ripen naturally. And so this chemical is almost...
Sunrise Foreign Exchange comes to you from Island Vibes Caribbean Grocery on Hardscrabble Road in Columbia, South Carolina. If a man is willing to go to the extent where he supply a guacho bread in a Columbia, South Carolina, you know this gentleman is very serious about business. This morning, we are with Andrew. He is the owner, manager of Island Vibes Caribbean Grocery here in Columbia, South Carolina. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Andrew. How are you today?
It's a good name you have. You know that, right? It's a very good name you have. How long have you been in the United States?
I've been here in the United States since 1995.
Since 95?
Yeah.
Then they tell me just born. So you came to what state when you came here?
New York.
You came to New York?
New York, yes.
And you came to Columbia, South Carolina when?
2003.
if Colombia is where it is now, and this is 2024, I imagine that when you came in 2003, it was a little bit short of a ghost town.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
So what prompted you to move from New York to Colombia?
I moved to South Carolina due to a friend who told my wife that houses are cheaper here. Looked at the book. He brought us on house was like 85,000.
Gotcha.
So in New York at the time, house were like 3 million. Couldn't afford a house at the time. So moved down, took a look around, didn't want to go back to New York. Place was clean, brand new houses. We loved it.
Nice.
Yes.
So you've been here since 2003.
Yes.
When did you decide to go into the restaurant business? What year?
About 2004. We started actually opening our first restaurant, Island Spice Jamaican restaurant, under a pizza sign. People just heard about the news of the new Jamaican restaurant opened up, and they didn't care about the pizza sign. They were coming in for food, loved it. Within 30 days, I had to quit my job.
Oh, wow.
Yes, within 30 days, I had to quit my job. Because people are looking for great tasting Jamaican food.
I get it.
Yes.
I get it. And great.
Attention homeowners, property managers, plumbers, and contractors. Jamaica Plumbing Supplies is having a store-wide sale with up to 20% off. Need to upgrade your bathroom or kitchen? From pipes and fittings to fixtures, basins, showers, and bathtubs. Power your plumbing projects with our variety of tools. Hurry up! The discount lasts 1 week only, May 27th to June 1st. Visit us at 56 Malines Road or 62 Congreve Park, Portmore. Jamaica Plumbing Supplies. Let's save water. Condition supply.
What's your story? What's your sign? Your dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive.
So, my parents basically, they're entrepreneurs also. So that has inspired me a lot to like come up with my own business. You know, yeah.
You know, yes, I know. But at what age did you start learning to cook?
I would say about 12, 13.
12,
the age
13,
of
thereabout.
12,
And then you started this business. How soon after that? You said, no, man, I love to cook. Let me start a restaurant. Let me start a catering business. At what age, yeah?
I started it in 2020 at
COVID?
the age of 14 years old, yes.
COVID has done a lot of good things for persons because you are a business owner in 2020. But at that time, you were about age 13, 14? 14 years old. But how do you balance, Saskia, going to school, going to high school, doing, you know, your educational pursuits and running a business? How do you do that?
So I have a staff, basically.
So you have
so
staff.
while I'm at school.
So you have people who you pay in the business. So
Yes,
you are the
I
child
do.
and you have staff.
Yes.
All right, continue. Go ahead.
I have a staff that helps with everything. So while I'm at school, you know, persons help. So like I have a chef, and my mom and my brother also helps me. Thanks to them very much.
All right,
So,
nice.
yes.
So you have a staff, and you cook as well. I realized that when I checked on your Instagram over the past few days, I'm seeing some amazing dishes. I'm seeing pasta, I'm seeing some Jamaican things, I'm seeing some nice rice and peas, I'm seeing your salmon, I'm seeing your wings. What are some of the favorite dishes that you have at Kitchen 24?
Wings.
No,
Yes,
it's a wings
definitely.
business.
The wings and the seafood. So the wings, I make it. So that's why it's...
That's why it's your favorite now. So I'm looking at the table now. So all the wings that we have here now, you met them?
Yes, definitely.
So when we taste the wings this morning, when me and Yendi taste the wings, because I know when Yendi are waiting, I have to ask. I know she's waiting.
Just heard it.
When we
somebody say food?
All right, and Dennis is here as well. Wonderful. But what are some of the challenges that you face in business, running this food business now?
So sometimes getting orders.
Merci.
For instance, like a lot of orders don't come in. So what I would do to like overcome this is to like bring out it on my Instagram page, like on the platform, to bring out my brand so persons can see it and, you know, follow and like and order.
First of all, what you need to consider now is your paint. The paint on your wall, yes.
What?
You have paint from Lanco, who they have a special paint now design, which is this one. Yes, that absorbs the heat in the wall, but it doesn't penetrate it inside the room.
What?
Actually, sometimes you touch the wall and the wall
Yes.
hot. It's like it soaks up all of the heat from the day. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So what you need to do, make sure you paint your house in light colors,
Yeah,
soft
yeah.
colors. So those pretty bright colors, they attract heat.
It's like wearing black clothes, you
Right.
feel the heat more.
Yes.
Right, Gary, that makes sense, that makes sense. What else you have as a suggestion?
All right, we have mesh doors now.
Yes?
So last week we did the windows. Now we're doing your front doors. So you put the mesh on the front door so you can leave the door open.
Right.
Because when you step outside, so the cats can run in and the lizard can run in, they lock the door.
Especially the lizard, Gary.
Exactly.
Especially the lizard.
Well, on that, my house, the constant refrain is close the door.
Exactly.
But like if you open the door, the breeze,
Yes.
it aerate the house.
Right, so you resort to your mesh door now.
Yeah.
So you can leave the door open.
But how do I can't see how I'm going to put that on my door because the way my door, I don't see where the door jam that going go.
Yeah, man, just call us and we'll get it done for you.
No, big and serious. No, serious.
Big and
something.
serious.
You could, if you have a regular door, regular door jam, and you're saying you can install that onto the regular door.
Yes, man. So what happens?
So is it on the outside or the inside?
That's what some door open on the outside, some open on the inside.
So you have a door that opens on the outside, and then you have a grill that goes on the inside.
All right, we mesh the grill.
Right, I was going to say. That's what I did.
Understand?
Yeah. So you leave your door open and you mesh. So Gary will come in with the same mesh that he brought last week. Mesh the grill,
Mesh the
and
grill.
in that way you aerate your space.
Just like that.
Yo, we have to talk, you know.
Yeah, man,
We have to
definitely.
talk. All right.
So, 2003, went to the US for the first time on a single entry visa, went to New York. Second, came back, went back to Miami, fell in love with South Florida. And I just had that feeling inside of me that this is where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Came back, applied for a visa again, got a 10-year visa. Went to the United States, but right before that, went to the Christiana Library. Didn't have internet in the house. So I went to the library, searched on the internet of places where to live, that sort of stuff. So I met a guy on Craigslist. He said that he had a room for rent, sent him $600 US, representing $300 per month for rent and security deposit. Went to the house, and the lady came outside. She said, "You are maybe the 20th person that has come here. There's no room for rent. I'm not putting you up. Don't ask." And so I was homeless. Slept under a bridge for 3 nights. Walked on Lincoln Road. Don't know if anybody knows Lincoln Road that's listening. But walked on Lincoln Road night after night. Finally went to a table, asked somebody for a piece of their chicken. They started laughing. And they realized that I was serious, and they said, "Okay, sit down." Told them the story. Happened to be the owners of the restaurant. Wow. They said, "I can't pay you, but I can offer you food if you wash some dishes."
Right.
So I washed dishes for about 2 months. Wow. By the stroke of just luck or God, I believe it was God, I met somebody that I knew from Jamaica, just walking casually on Lincoln Road. Didn't tell her that I was homeless. I was so embarrassed or prideful.
Yes.
And she had me shower at her house in the day, and I would sleep on my clothes outside the restaurant that I was washing dishes in the nighttime. And so right after that, a couple of months later, met my wife, and the rest is history.
Recycling Partners of Jamaica, Yeah, we got to make a change, and we have to do it now, can't wait for later. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies and in the drains. Recycling partners of Jamaica, we put plastic in its place. Yeah, the place of it clean. PET, the top of the ethylene. HDPE, buckle up against screen. Baby to granny, everybody roping. Yeah, we got to go green, you know what I mean. See the sign from the bin, if we drop it in through car window, you flick, that another thing. And we don't want no garbage in this game. No, we handle it up, but them are not the same. So listen up, Jamaica, I'm saying it's time to make a change. Recycling partners of Jamaica, we put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies in the every rains. Recycling partners of Jamaica, we put plastic in its place.
Gospel Star 2023 Rewind, Sundays at 8 p.m. right here on CVMTV. See the 10 talented finalists vie for the title of Gospel Star 2023. You don't want to miss the rivalry and eliminations each week. That's Gospel Star 2023 Rewind, Sundays at 8 p.m. right here on CVMTV.
Started off with me distributing vinyls for the musicians that I distribute their merchandise. Would be your Proteges, your Kabaka Pyramid, your Lila IKs. And then the collectors in Jamaica started asking for more. They wanted variety. They wanted your Barrington Levi. They wanted your tenor saws, which I didn't have.
Yeah.
So I had to make some moves, make some connections, and there are other persons involved in the movement. So it's not just me. It's a bunch of people, old-time collectors and musicians that are helping me bring this movement back to Jamaica.
The names you mentioned, immediately I associate them with a particular subgenre in the reggae, you know, that kind of, so you would expect those people to be appreciated by vinyl lovers. Are you seeing where, you know, that subgenre from like the Lila IKs and such like the Proteges, etc., the Chronics, that they are now pushing a whole subculture of Jamaican music and apparel and that kind of a thing?
Definitely. That's exactly why we're here. That is our purpose. We're facilitating an environment for the movement, and these are the artists. Started back with the reggae revival. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Dubwise Jamaica played a part in that, and here we are again playing a part in this aspect of the culture.
Love that.
You mentioned that you also have apparel. We have some examples of what you have here, but in us chatting a little bit before and getting to know each other, you said it's very Jamaica and brand Jamaica and what makes us us. Talk to us about the apparel.
Indeed. So originally we distribute brand Jamaica apparel, whether it be your local brands such as your Jamaica Nice, these new guys, Very Culture, and artist merchandise such as your Chronics. And this is rhythm driven. This is VP.
Yeah.
So this is new. This is new to Jamaica. So we're distributing VP's rhythm driven brand as well, which is a brand Jamaica brand.
Yeah.
So yes, I call it wearable art because technically that's what it is, wearable art.
Yeah.
And it makes good souvenirs, memories, your favorite artists. It's something that you could take with you and hold. Many of the persons who purchase shirts from us, they never get rid of their shirts. They always keep them.
Well, the University Singers, as we always say, it's an experience. It's not just your regular choir show or choral concert, but when we program these performances, we always try to include something for everybody.
Yes.
There's something for the purists. Of course, we were doing classical and liturgical anthems. We do Negro spirituals. We do folk, we do pop, we do revival, we do reggae, we do dance hall. So there's always something there on our program for everybody. This year, it's a fusion. Of course, we're going to have the sounds of Europe, but also we are focusing on the sounds of Africa. There is a special treat, an African suite of songs, And we are actually, we're going back in time and we're presenting something from yesteryear, you know, where we're coming back locally. We're doing what we call it now is a tea meeting. We're doing a tea meeting, exactly. And so, you know, to transport people back to, you know, a time in Jamaica, you know, Jamaica's history when, before we had all of this, what you call it now, the social media and TikTok and everything,
yes.
you know. So there is something there for everybody on this year's program. And we just invite everybody to come out and enjoy and experience what we have to offer.
Life as a librarian is exciting for me.
Yeah.
I am, yes, a traditional librarian, but I try to mix technology with librarianship, so to speak. I'm an academic librarian with a mix of law librarianship. I work at the University of the West Indies, specifically at the Law Branch Library. So, you know, the gamut of what we do is attesting to physical stuff, the laws of Jamaica, legal research, etc. It's exciting, it's engaging, and I love it. I love it.
I love what books do for the reader. I also love what books do for the author.
Yes.
And in this sense, you kind of sit on both sides.
Yes.
As someone who has read quite a bit, but also as the librarian and now the author.
Yes.
Tell us about your book series and the why, the where, the how. Tell us all about it.
The why. Let's start with the why.
Yeah.
The why started when I was much younger. I'm a common entrance product.
Me too.
Aha.
Me too.
Wonderful. so I'm from Clarendon.
Right.
Let me give that. So when I used to go to school, I used to pick up things on the road. My mom used to say, you know, somebody will obey you because you're taking up stuff off the road and you don't know what's there. You know, something meant for somebody else and you'll get it.
Yeah.
But it sparked an interest in me insofar as to developing a reading, and then I'll build on what it is that was on the paper. So I would get a sentence and I'd finish a story with it.
Right.
Or I'd start a story with it. Growing up, I wanted to share aspects of how I grew up. I went through a lot, and I guess the books would speak to aspects of, you know, what I went through and what I wanted to share with persons.
Look who we have in the cut. No, today episode I got nice. Legends, Senator, my longtime brethren, the great, all-star, the king, and the man himself. Salute! You know, as man, we're not too God specialist, and that's the pinnacle of the problem. We want some new era. Do what you love and you never work a day in your life. You lie!
You work in a week. It was pandemonium. Country people can't relate to me at all, but
what you think about me no matter, you know. What matter to me is what me think about myself.
Man United, you know. I don't care what man wants to say.
You know, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, man. You finished?
Yes, we finished.
The Cut is brought to you by Flow and Guinness.
Miss Pearly Grandson, if you can just tell me your final thoughts on the weight of cancel culture. Do you think, you know, is it relevant? You know, how is it affecting us and how will it affect those in the public sphere?
Cancel culture has its place. It's very, very relevant, and I feel like it is also necessary. But before we embark on the process of cancellation, we really and truly need to look at what it is that the person did or what it is that the person said and make a decision whether it is necessary for us to, one, we just decide so we're going to just avoid that person, the underbrand altogether, unfollow the person and keep it moving, or two, we make it a point of duty and if we start one whole campaign against the person, begin to collect data and triangulate all kind of something and start spread propaganda on the person. We need to make a decision about whether that kind of action should be the result of what it is that the person said or did.
Okay, totally agree. I get it. And Kurt, what are your views?
I think
cancel culture is political correctness gone wrong in some sense, where sure there's a time and place for it, meaning what we discussed. Like I believe if you do something, then sure. If you say something, move on. We can agree to disagree, right? So I think it's political correctness gone to the extreme in a sense, where it's like, what moral authority does a person have? Someone who practices cancel culture, right? Like, what moral authority you have over that person to say, all right, he deserves to be exiled and rejected? Like another wise man once said, he without sin can cast the first stone.
Okay, that's a good point. I agree with Ms. Pearlie Grandson in fact that cancel culture does have a place. I find that society is rapidly changing. It's a dynamic space right now, and especially with social media, we have so many different things that are dealing, and everyone has a voice. Everyone is able to say the first thing that comes to their mouth and to do things for clout and attention. Therefore, you do need some level, some meter to say, hey, that might not be it. You know, unless you're going to just have a society where all and sundry can do and say all and sundry, and that is called anarchy. So I don't think, you know, cancel culture is terrible. I do think you have to be careful that you're not joining in a mob mentality and affecting an individual's mental health and other things, right? And you know, when people get into cancel culture and start dox people, give out their address and all kind of stuff, now we get to
that's the extreme. That's the
extreme.
Yeah.
And so I think
But it happens.
It does happen, and so we have to be. Who is going to cancel the cancelers? Who is holding them accountable as well? Board. So right, exactly. So that's a wrap for the Thursday edition of the Round Table. Special thanks to Miss Pearlie's grandson for joining us in our conversation today, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And as you go forward into the world, remember, be good and be on purpose.
On purpose.
Where's my music?
Flex my love, I want to impress.